find these people who are white and then you want them to be more exciting, so you start making this narrative that they're mixed with something, because there's no way a white person could be that sassy or they could be this cool, blah 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 blah. Bitch, they just white. Hey YouTube gang, how y'all doing? Only Black Girl here, checking into your screen. So as you probably know by the title of the video, I wanted to quickly address some things about blackfishing. People have been asking me to talk about blackfishing for several months. I know the internet had their big hoorah-rah about blackfishing like last year, and I felt like I didn't really need to talk about it because I feel like the internet dealt with most of it. So what would be the point of me talking about it? Now that all the dust is settled, I've kind of realized that there were three things in particular that I felt like did not get addressed enough. And those are the only three things that I'm going to talk about. The rest of the shit, the outrage, y'all can go Google it because I don't even care. Before we even get into all that, for those of you who don't know what blackfishing is, because honestly, I did not know because I don't follow white beauty makeup gurus, whatever the fuck we're calling them these days. I don't follow white ones because it makes zero sense because I'm a dark-skinned woman. Most black people who aren't even dark skinned, so I don't even follow them either. So I really only follow like maybe 2 or 3 beauty blender makeup hoes, whatever the fuck. And it's the dark skinned girls because those are the people who match my skin and can show me how to do shit on my skin. So blackfishing, for those of you who don't know, is basically blackface for the beauty industry, which I'm gonna get to in a second because I really fucking hate the term blackfishing. But basically, a lot of beauty artists on the internet have been using like brown foundation to paint themselves darker, and then they put in like traditional black hairstyles, you know, cornrows, micro braids, whatever the fuck, and they just kind of go about their lives living as like a quote-unquote black person. That just seems like a lot of work for you to get dragged because you know you're gonna get dragged. And I just, what? Beauty people are painting themselves in blackface for whatever reason that popped into their head, and they're trying to live life as a quote-unquote black person. Even Ariana Grande has been accused of this happening, and honestly, the more I think about it, the more I look at these pictures, the more I'm kind of on board. Especially with this latest 7 Rings single where she stole samples from Soulja Boy and stole images from 2 Chainz, and she's just very obviously jumping on that track that Miley Cyrus did where she's like swerving over into hip-hop to appropriate black culture to get her little fans and her little coins, and then she'll go right back to being a pasty-ass white girl when she gets tired of using black for profit. Just be white. And for those of you who still think that Ariana Grande is black or mixed or Latina, y'all, she is 100% full ass fucking Italian. I know that you guys want her to be something more exciting than white because for whatever reason y'all still love that ponytail headed ass girl. She's white. She is white. She will always be white. She's not Latina. Just because her fucking last name is Grande, which is also an Italian word, does not mean that bitch is fucking black or Latina or whatever the fuck. She is white. White. Okay? The bitch is white. It's the same reason why you guys refuse to believe that Chrissy Teigen doesn't have any black in her. Just find these people who are white and then you want them to be more exciting, so you start making this narrative that they're mixed with something, because there's no way a white person could be that sassy or they could be this cool, blah 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 blah. Bitch, they just white. They are fucking white. Let them be white and stop trying to impress these fucking ethnicities on them just because you want them to be cool. So like I said, I really only have 3 things I had to say about this topic, and the first one is people asking why this is happening. We know why this is happening. This is just cultural appropriation to an extreme level, right? White people don't want to be white. Like I said before, y'all need something to be more exciting than just being white, so you want to dive into these cultures. It's the same reason why y'all want to wear headdresses at Coachella. It's why y'all want to put on fucking geisha outfits. It's all of these things. You guys need to be more excited because your boring white woman life is just so fucking boring and pasty and filled with kale and quinoa that you just need to take other people's cultures and other people's looks and play dress up in it. That is the only reason why this is happening. We've seen it before. It'll always happen until we start really punishing white people for doing this shit. It's nothing new. We've seen this shit before. It's just the same shit in a different form. Like, y'all not slick, okay? And you're still not cute, and you're still gonna get dragged for it. Number 2, stop calling it blackfishing. We don't need a new name for old shit. This is just blackface. And I'm really tired of y'all trying to come up with cute hashtagable names for just racist shit that we have been dealing with for hundreds and hundreds of years. And the thing is, y'all want to be the first one to come up with some cute term that people can retweet and you can write your little fucking think pieces on. Bitch, it's just blackface. It is blackface, okay? It's not blackfishing, and the original term that came out for this was nigger fishing, which, what is wrong with y'all? Why? The serious issue behind changing terms for racist shit is use terms like nigger or blackface. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of historical context and wrongdoing behind those terms. So when I say the word blackface, there's a reason why when people call you out a blackface that the entire fucking world goes up in uproar. Because there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of understanding and context behind why blackface, the concept, what that word means. There's context behind the word that people understand what it means and why it's terrible. So when y'all create these new cute terms that you can hashtag on Twitter, like blackfishing, first of all, nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about, because what does that even fucking mean? Nobody knows what it means because it makes no fucking sense. Secondly, there is no historical context or power behind that word, so nobody's gonna take you seriously, because if you just say blackface, everybody knows what you mean. Because the entire world has participated in blackface. We all know what they mean. We all know the context behind it. We all know it's disgustingly racist, and people are going to start taking you seriously. When you say blackfishing, what the fuck does that mean? Nobody knows what it means. You just created it out of your ass 5 minutes ago. Nobody's going to take you seriously. That is why nobody's taking this thing seriously, because you guys keep coming up with new fucking stupid ass words. Just call it what it is. It's blackface. You see a duck, call the bitch duck. You don't need to call it a sophisticated chicken, bitch. We don't need a new word for a duck. We have one. It's called a duck. Call a duck a duck. Call blackface blackface. Call racist shit the racist shit that it is. We don't need new terms. There's no new racism happening. Racism has been happening for hundreds and thousands of fucking years. Every racist thing that you could possibly try to think of a new term for, I promise you it's already happened and it already has a name. Just call it what the fuck it is. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is when tanning becomes problematic, because I feel like this is the #1 excuse that I've heard when this topic came up, and it's still the #1 excuse that I hear about Ariana Grande. It's like, oh, they're just tanning. Well, that's not true, because a lot of these people aren't tanning, they're just using dark foundation. And in the cases where it is tanning, why are you tanning to that dark, right? So for me personally, I already have an issue with man-made tanning, I guess, like tanning beds, tanning machines, because I really don't understand the obsession that white people have with needing to be darker. Why can't you just be your white seller? Nobody who's actually brown is out here tanning. It is only white people. It is a concept that was created by white people. And actually, tanning has always been a discriminatory thing. It was originally something that was associated with classism, because only the rich people had the ability to travel to these warm climates and tan in the sun, and everybody else who was poor and working class didn't have that luxury. So it's always been a form of discrimination, or attached to discrimination, right? And now white people are just doing it because they are bored. Like, I don't understand the obsession with tanning at all. Maybe somebody can explain it to me, but I don't understand it. That being said, I do think there's a huge difference in a natural tan that you get by being out in the sun and a tan that you get laying in a tanning bed. Because the difference is, if you go out into the sun and you're tanning, you're either going to get burnt because God is telling you, bitch, that's not what you for, or you're going to get a natural, little bit darker tan that is just, you know, a little bit browner. because that's what happens with melanin, but you're not gonna come out looking like fucking Lupita Nyong'o like most of y'all be doing, okay? That's where the difference and where it becomes problematic to me, because you guys aren't going to tend to look like you have a natural tan, because y'all be going to these fucking extremes, bitch. Y'all are leaping from looking pasty white to looking like the darkest of the darkest people on the fucking planet, and I don't understand how y'all don't see this as a problem. You don't want to be black because you don't actually want to deal with the consequences that come from being black. You don't want to be murdered every time the police pull you over. You don't want to get paid less. You don't want to have to fucking march in these damn streets every 3 months because somebody's fucking kid got clapped by the police. You don't want to have to do that. You just want to look cool, right? Just be fucking white. Just be a white bitch. These extremes are not cute. It's just full body blackface. That's all it is. And y'all not slick. Okay? Okay. So, that's all I have to address on this topic. Like I said, I really only had those 3 things that I felt like weren't discussed enough in the original conversation, so I wanted to talk about it now. I also wrote a blog on this on onlyblackgirl.com, so if you want to read that, go ahead and check that out. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the whole blackfishing topic that happens. And like I said, y'all, just be fucking white. Just be your white self. Go discover your white culture, sis. But we didn't invite you over here to ours, and I'm gonna need you to get out. No Jordan Peele, okay? All right, guys. Have fun. Love y'all. Bye.